the bowl. This is the Total Chaos Bowl, all right? So last week, Total Chaos College Football was the best thing that had ever happened. We have our returning champion, Sean Higgs. If you could believe it, Mr. Higgs was 7-1 last week, beat Chip Chirimbus, who was 6-2. You guys' consensus picks were 5-0. That gives you a Total Chaos College Football total 13-5 is your record going into this week. How are you feeling, Sean? How's it going?
Pretty good. Excited. We got bowls this week, and this is normally like a bowl week. So granted, it's a little less than normal, but hey, it is what it is. We'll take it in a strange year of football for sure.
That's just it. It's the gift that keeps on giving. You're getting picks through the whole week here,
Yep.
So your formidable opponent this week is one of the masters of college football over at Picks and Parlays. We've got Dan Kaiser coming into the studio. Hi, Dan. How's it going?
Good. I don't know. After hearing that build up for Sean, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I think maybe I should just get up and walk away now and keep my dignity intact.
Come on. It's a good 2-week run. You got to you're only as good as your next play.
That's just it. Sean is our first streaker. He's the first guy who's won 2 in a row. So he's going for 3 here. Dan's trying to knock him off his crown, or knock off his crown, I should say. People at home, don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications so you never miss one of our free pick videos or one of our live podcasts, and leave your comments in the box. Let us know what you think about these bowl games that are coming up throughout the week. We do
and not for nothing, Allie, you should have mentioned that, the one I lost where we were like head-to-head, and we actually were the tie games. I was like, yeah, I'll go opposite of you because let's go opposite on something. So really, I should be like a 3 or 4-time champion here. I should, I've actually been really good in the totals on the show. So.
Listen, you've got to say what's on your paper, okay? You guys do that all the time. You're like, I'll go this way. It's not just you. They all do. I'll go this way, so we differ. But, you got to win the game, right? I'll give you a tiebreaker. It's not going to end in a tie. There's going to be more games.
Yeah, no, I know.
And one thing before we start, people at home, we do have a promo code over at picksandparlays.net this week. It's NOEL, NOEL. It'll save you 20% at checkout. You can find Sean Higgs and Dan Kaiser's premium plays all week long. Oh, well, all forever long, really. You guys aren't going anywhere, Baseball's coming, basketball, NBA, hockey, all that stuff. All right, so grab a pen and paper because we're going to kick it off. Sean, you're the champ. We're going to talk about the Myrtle Beach Bowl. This is on Monday, December 21st. It's App State is at North Texas, and the total here is 72. So what do you got on this one, Sean?
72 or you said me 62?
Oh, sorry, 62.
Totally. I was 62. Like, wow, a 10-point line move. I guess I'm going to have to, I don't know. I liked over 62. I wasn't sure about 72. I'm going to go over here. Well, North Texas, this team puts over 500 yards per game, but not much offense on year from them, believe it or not. And their last 2 bowl games, 50-30, 52-13, no bowl game last year, and not because they, were relegated for giving up 50 points the other 2 bowl games, but because they're terrible and they're not having a good year this year. I'm going to take Appy State here with the over with them because they play a little better defense, but I just think in this kind of atmosphere, Appalachian State, not a great year for them. 3 losses, all to teams that are playing in their conference championship games on Saturday. So, they got something to prove here. Let's go beat up a bad team. End the year on a high note. It wasn't what they expected, but I think they're going to get to 40-something themselves. So I just need a little out of North Texas, which I think we'll get in a bowl game because it's a bowl game. It's Christmas. Let's go. Put them up here on Monday. You got stage to yourself at 2:00 in the afternoon or whenever this game is. So, they're going to want to make some, plays for themselves and for the fans. Or not the fan, but, the alumni who's ever gets lucky enough to beat 7 people in the stands there. So I'm going to go over to 62.
All right, what do you got on this one, Dan?
Yeah, I agree with Sean. I like the over in this one also. North Texas, their defense has given up 40 points in 6 of 9 games this year. Appalachian State's offense, is great running attack. They have 243 yards a game on the ground. North Texas offense is okay. They'll get their points. Appalachian State will at least get 40. And the one thing with these two teams for sure, they won't have any players opting out, getting ready for the pros or want to opt out, to get hurt or whatever. So both teams are going to be at full strength, and it's their last game for some of them. It's something to play for. So yeah, I think you're going to get 100% effort out of both teams, and it's a bowl game, and bowl games tend to go over a lot. So I'm with Sean. I'm taking the over in this one.
All right. That's a really good point. No one's going to the pros here. We're all going to show up and play football. Good point. All right. So up next, we're talking the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. This is Tuesday, December 22nd. It's Tulane versus Nevada. 56.5 is the number. Get it, Dan.
I'm going over in this one. You just look at Tulane. In games that Tulane play, that they've averaged over 65 points in the last 9 games. The Green Wave are putting up at least 31 points in 8 of those games. Nevada has a top 10 passing attack. They should be able to move the ball well against that Tulane defense. I think the total's a little low looking at these two teams. So, again, I'm taking the over in this one.
Over it is. What do you have on it, Higgs?
Yeah, excuse me, I'm on the wire there. I actually like the under because I think the total looks a little low at 56.5. I mean, you mentioned you got a team putting up 35.5 points a game in Tulane. Nevada gets about 30 themselves. Tulane gives up about 30. So why isn't this total closer to 60 or 60 as it is? So I'm on the impression that I'm going to go under because I just think that the total looks a little out of whack here. I think it should be probably a 60 or 61. It's at 56.5. I'm not quite sure. So I'm going to go under.
All right. Our first disagreement. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad. All right. Up next, we've got Central Florida is at BYU. The number is 69.5. This is on Tuesday also. The Roof Claim Boca Raton Bowl. What do we got, Sean?
Yeah, 16.5. Big number here, but I'm going to go over. And let's be honest, this is going to be one of the better bowl games. BYU had the loss there against Coastal, but this is still a good team. Great quarterback. UCF's quarterback, again, he puts up numbers. You got 2 top 10 offenses here, 43 points a game each. I think we're going to see fireworks. I think it's going to be, let's just go up and down the field. I know BYU has a defense, but no, I'm thinking this is going to be a 44-35, a wild one here. I think we get over 70 personally.
Woo! All right, Dan, are you seeing fireworks as well?
I'm seeing fireworks from BYU. I'm not seeing them from Central. I'm taking the under in this one. Of course, both teams both teams are in the top 10 and scoring. BYU's 8th, UCF is 6th, but BYU's got top 10. Top 10 in defense and total defense and third in scoring defense. I just look at, and everybody looks at BYU and, they've been putting up tons of points a lot and, they got a great offense, but the unders hit more than the over has this season. They've gone under six times and only gone over 5. I know I'm probably going to kick myself after this is over, but because I first thought taking the over, but I don't know. I'm just going to hope BYU's defense holds up a little bit in this one and keeps this game under.
All right.
You made good points here because my first was I got to like the under here a little bit because of that. And so when they played Cincinnati, that game was, what was that, 38? I'm going to look for the score real fast, whatever that game was. When UCF played Cincinnati, that was 36-33. So, you get a game like that, you're looking at an under by a half point because, Cincy's defense, pretty good defense. BYU, I'll put them in that kind of category since he might have played that similar kind of schedule, but I can't talk you off that, man. This is a tough one, but it went from 68.5 to 69.5, which kind of made me maybe the over is the way to go here, but it's a tough one. It's a tough one, Dan. This is not going to shake me to lose this one here. Not at all.
Well, that was very diplomatic of you there. There have been times where we've done well, and someone has talked me off of my play. So, like, I totally get it. Not that you got talked off of that. It's official. I wrote it down. You're on whatever you
It's
said.
official. I got the over. Yep. No.
Yep.
I got the over there. Yeah.
And viewers at home, Picks and Parlay View Crew, don't forget about our promo code NOEL, NOEL. It'll save you guys 20% at checkout. Look for Dan Kaiser, and I almost called you guys Dan Higgs. Dan Kaiser and Sean Higgs. Check out their premium plays all week long. And don't forget, drop some comments in the box. Let us know what you guys are thinking about these games as well. Up next, we're going to do La Tech at Georgia Southern. The number here is 51.5. This is the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl on Wednesday, December the 23rd. What are you thinking, Dan?
I'm thinking the under in this one. I mean, Georgia Southern, they love to run the ball, just pound the ball at the defense. It cuts down on possessions for both teams. And Louisiana Tech, they've been terrible against the run this year, so that just plays in the Georgia Southern's hands. Georgia Southern's held their opponents to under 22 points a game, basically because they just dominate the time of possession. So when the other team gets the ball, they don't get a lot of chances to score. So I just think this is going to be one of those kind of grind them out games for Georgia Southern, and I don't think Louisiana Tech's going to have enough possessions to put up a lot of points. So I like this game under the total.
All right. What do you think, Higgs?
We're getting in the car together. We're going to go under the total. Yeah, listen, as much as I like Holtzy as a coach, this is a depleted roster. They're missing guys. It's just not a good team. Yeah, they're, as Dan said, we're going to pound the ball on the ground, control the clock. They're going to, and I think they'll put up points, Georgia Southern, but I just don't see much out of Louisiana Tech. They got throttled against TCU in their last game. They're like, come on, their wide receiver opted out. They didn't play for a month and then they came back for a game. Where's their mentality at right now? So I'll go under 51.5. Yeah, let's go. Be mid-40s.
Oh, beep. All right. Up next, we're talking the Montgomery Bowl, also on Wednesday, December 23rd. This is Memphis and Florida Atlantic. 52 is our number. Get it, Higgs?
Yeah, I'm going under the 52 here. I mean, Memphis, they got big edge on offense, and, we're not talking size here, but, that's a clear edge for them. But Florida Atlantic, I mean, I'm 20 points a game, 16 on defense. All right, so the defense has to be halfway good, right? Because as bad as the offense is, it's not like they're on the field for 37 minutes and the other team gets on for 4 minutes and has to try to score, So I think their defense is okay. Maybe it's a little skewed because of how bad offensively they are, but yeah, we haven't seen many points from them. I'm not thinking many points from them here, regardless of what Memphis does. Listen, is Memphis going to put up 40 themselves? I don't know. Well, I hope not for pick's sake, unless it's 40-0. But I'm going to go under the 52 here.
Under we go. All right. Up next, Hawaii and Houston. This is the New Mexico.
Does they get the big game, or what are we? Come on, what are we doing here?
No, but am
I laying games? I have 2 good weeks. I got to lay games to people now. Holy cow!
Well, it's all right.
I wait for you guys to say
no big deal because I'm with Sean. I'm on the under in this one also.
I typed that in for you.
Good. Yeah, no, I'm on the under. Well, because you remember it, because I always pick unders, so it seems a steady trait for me. No, I agree with Sean. But the thing I looked at this game, I looked at, obviously it's a dichotomy of two different game teams here. But I look at Memphis. They put up 31.6 and they gave up almost 30 a game, but 6 of their games have gone under the total this year. So so either the total's been set way too high, or when they just haven't in the big games, they just don't seem to put up a ton of points. Also, Florida Atlantic, 6 of their games have gone to the under this year. Also, as Sean said, they don't score, but they don't give up points either. So yeah, even if Memphis does score, like Sean said, they have to probably put this game over the total themselves. So I'm with Sean on the under on this one.
All right, under. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
It's the coffee. I've had too much coffee today. Let's get things moving, boys. All right, so up next, I went to Houston, so sorry. Hawaii and Houston, the number is 61.5. We're talking New Mexico Bowl. This one is on Christmas Eve. So what do you got on it, Dan?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much of that. I'm taking the over in this one. I just look at this. It's one of those things. It's Christmas Eve. How well are these players going to be up for the game? And that's one thought. But I just look at Hawaii. The offense has put up 26 points a game. The defense has given up close to 30. Houston's scoring over 30 points a game and giving up 32 points a game. I just think this could be one of those games where both teams just come out and let it all hang out. They got nothing else. This is it. This is their Christmas, play, and so they'll just let it all go out, hang out on both ends. You could see a lot of trick plays in here. Sometimes you get that from these smaller schools in bowl games. So I'm looking for kind of a wild shootout in this one, and I'm taking the over
All right.
61.5.
What do you got, Higgs?
Yeah, I'm on the over here too. Again, you have 4-4 and 3-4 again together. So Houston, they're going to come out guns blazing to get to 500 on the year. So you got that going on, and two average. You got two offenses. 26 points a game for Houston, for Hawaii, 32 for. I don't know. This screams like 66-60. Like just nonstop. Yeah, I just think this is going to be one of the fun ones to watch. You get two teams that really, let's be honest, you want to finish 500 and you want to finish above 500. So I think just let it hang out, and I'm with Dan. Over, right? Again, in the same car. Four plays so far together on plays.
I like it. After midnight, we're going to let it all hang out. Okay, so last one. This is Saturday, December 26th, the Lending Tree Bowl. West Kentucky is at Georgia State. 54.5. I should say versus Georgia State. Total is 54.5. What do you got, Higgs?
We got, as I'm just looking at, they posted the lines for the bowl games there. Alabama 20.5 out of the gate. What a joke. 20.5, 7 for Clemson.
All right.
Yeah. So 54.5 here. I like the under. And why not? I'm looking at Western Kentucky, 18 points a game. Are you kidding me? I mean, they've had totals of 53, 53.5, 51, 51, and they scored 15, two of them, 23 and 37 in the others. And on Georgia State's side of things, they've had a couple totals in 70, 72 land, 72.5, 70. I mean, they put up 101 in one game, but that's like an outlier for me to see that. So I'm going to wonder, because Western Kentucky has just been a brutal team to watch. Hurts your eyes watching. And thank goodness that the day after Christmas, most people are just going to be laying around eating leftovers and trying to rest because you're putting together toys the day before. So I'm going to wonder. This is going to be ugly. No reason to really watch. Put it on Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas or something. Enjoy the Saturday.
All right. What do you got on it, Dan? First of all, are you even going to watch the game? Because it sounds like Higgs is not.
I guess it depends. I guess it depends how much I drink Christmas. Whether I get up to watch this one. Yeah, but unlike Sean, I'm gonna take the over in this one. Western Kentucky's terrible on offense, as Sean was saying, just a little over 18 points a game. But they're going against a Georgia State defense that gives up almost 33 a game. So something's got to give there. And if I can just get a little bit over average for Western Kentucky, and Georgia State does what they usually do on offense, that this game will go over. So, like I said, I'll probably just be rolling over and maybe listening to it. Because if you're hungover, the worst thing to do is to watch bad football. Just makes you feel worse. So, I guess we'll see how the first two games go. That me and Sean are different. If he's won them both or I've won them both, then I'm definitely not watching this game.
I like it. A little friendly banter here from your expert handicappers at Picks and Parlays. All right, guys. Well, thanks for doing the first Total Chaos Bowl. I hope viewers at home that we gave you a lot of good picks, or at least a direction. Keep in line. or keep in mind that these lines are going to move. Some of these games don't happen until, Friday, Saturday, and whatnot. But thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Higgs and Dan. We will post who the winner is next week, and one of you will come back and defend your crown.
Yeah. See you next year.
Yeah. See you next year.
Right.
All right, guys.
We'll be next year.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for joining. Viewers at home, don't forget, like, subscribe, and ring that bell for